I think it boils down to this. People scared of the unknown, they feel they have to follow a religion. Me, I like the unknown. I want to see, you know, another realm of existence, whether good or bad. I like the unknown. I think the unknown, to some people, I don't know, but at least to me, makes it interesting, you know? How everything came to existence, you know? That you didn't have to force to believe in too many different religions, too many different gods. Nobody knows the answer. It's intriguing. It's very interesting. Like I said, whether it's good or bad. So that means I'm a strong person because I can accept this unknown. But not only that, just imagine how all existence came to be. And then if you die, if you come back, um, or if you don't come back, that leaves intriguing, you know. But this is how I feel. I don't believe there's an afterlife. Because if the religions are false, there's too many different religions, too many different gods, too many different heavens and hells. It's all made up. It's all false. So what? So how did existence start? I think what happened was it wasn't created, obviously, not a god or anything. Um, it's like the evolution of species, the evolution of space, time. But here's the thing: time didn't exist until after the Big Bang. But there was multiple. There's a theory that there was multiple Big Bangs. So this goes even further. I think at one point, or maybe multiple points, time and space got warped somehow. Do I believe in aliens? I think it's highly a big possibility because we found 10,000 exoplanets that resemble Earth in the Goldilocks zone, which is totally habitable, but they're very far away. We can't reach them yet. Just imagine how all this could have been. Say like there was multiple Big Bangs before this Big Bang, right? Okay, then we had, so this means there's multiple universes and different universes. So this means after our Big Bang, well, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, after our Big Bang, that's when our time and space came to being for our universe. Before our Big Bang, there was different Big Bangs. And that means there's different universes. And I believe it's highly possible, especially, I think what happened was we ourselves were pretty much before, I mean, whatever you call it, organisms, molecules, cells. We got transported probably from other universes, and we just happened to land on Mars. And then that Big Bang created our universe. So we got transported somehow. Like did another species, I don't know what you want to call it, aliens, extraterrestrials, humans, whatever you want to call it. Most definitely. Check this out. We found in Mars. We actually found life in Mars, not to this day. We found on the sand dunes there was like these little black spots, and they said they were like spiders that hang on these branches. check this out. We actually found these little spider things on Mars. These black dots, these black specks. How crazy is that? No water, but we found this. You know. And you can read up on this that what happened, I can't explain to you because I don't remember, but even though there was no water on Mars, we found out there's, I don't know whether you call it the condensation or the evaporation of the air and soil still gave life to these things. Now the interesting thing is, well, how far back do we go? And people say infinity. And this is why. So if our universe came to be from our Big Bang, other universes had other Big Bangs that caused that time and existence. Time and existence got warped somehow. Because if time, think about it, if after our Big Bang, time, scientists found out that's when time, everything came to be. But they also found that there's multiverse. So there was prior Big Bang, so there was another time. So it's another time. It's some freaky stuff, I'm telling you, man. It's some really freaky stuff. And there has to be extraterrestrials or whatever. Because, now, I mean, we've found these exoplanets that resemble Earth, which means have water, have land. It looks like Earth, but it's not Earth. It's different. It's a little more massy, but it has water, has land, has mountains, and definitely life because it has obviously water. So this is what I'm thinking, and this is why you really have to use your brain to make sense of this. It's freaky stuff, you know. Different planets, a different freaking universe, a different species, a different elements, technology, things we just can't comprehend, man. So I think we got bounced around, and then we just landed on Mars. We probably could have landed on a lot of different places, our DNA. And now whether these extraterrestrials had a conflict with other species, you know, and this is where the really freaky stuff is. How did we come to be? I'm talking before abigenesis. I'm talking when we were just pre-cells. Like, I don't know what do you want to call it. Freaking goop or whatever. Because technically that's what we would have been. Because this is before the cells developed. So if this is true, and if aliens has something to do with our existence, we should thank the aliens for our existence. Or technically, we probably maybe should have never existed. And this is when it gets more freaky and bizarre. Just, we can't even comprehend. We probably shouldn't even exist. See, people have been trying to posit a theory how all of this came to be. And you know why it can't be explained? Because whether you call it unearthly or extraterrestrial, it's different laws, a different universe, parallel dimension, different elements, and a different species, and a different technology. That's why it can't be explained yet. I think it will obviously be explained because as we get more advanced, our technology, obviously, when the NASA warp drive gets completed, we can go to the exoplanets. Well, you know, that'll be probably the most monumental thing ever, literally ever. Once the NASA warp drive gets completed, because we can actually go to another planet, even universe, and then one day we can even have wormholes. We can go through wormholes. The impossible will be possible, and of course, this is not going to be right away. It's going to take years from now. We're pretty much like in the middle of trying to solve. Years from now, we'll solve more. And I'm thinking, my theory, if I'm correct, well, actually, what I read from scientist theory and my theory, I'm thinking this is what it was. And the most amazing thing is, they said our universe had a starting point. Okay, the Big Bang. But like I said, there's multiple starting points. Just because our universe has a starting point doesn't cover all existence. If there's multiple universes, multiple planets, each of them had a starting point too, and on and on and on until infinity. Well, it may seem like infinity, but I mean, if you have like billions, 10,000s, it could be like infinity. So this is what I'm thinking. There never was a first starting point of everything. It was multiple starting points. Our starting point for our universe, another starting point for another universe, and so on for planet and universe. There you go. No deity needed. And just the evolution of, us, evolution of space, evolution of of the space of existence. So maybe not time and space got warped. It was just our time started from our Big Bang. Then the Big Bangs from other universes and planet, started with their time. So in other words, if we find wormholes, time travel is absolutely possible. This means, okay, so like if we had a wormhole, we opened a negative energy and we went through a wormhole. Okay, so we have our time in our planet, our universe is, our time, our existence. We go to another universe. Now we have their time. And whether this would be a previous time, whether this be just a whole different time. Like I said, once we get a NASA warp drive, it'll be the most breakthrough, monumental thing because we arrive literally to another. We can go to another planet universe that actually already has. It's in the Goldilocks zone. It's like resembles Earth, and it's totally habitable, and it totally has life, different species. From there, it'll be amazing. It might obviously be scary because we just don't know these species, or if they're hostile. It's going to be, I'm thinking, an ongoing process of learning. And it's going to be very hard to colonize the whole well, I mean, there's so much out there, but obviously, once we get the next warp drive, we can learn a lot. And you know what? I think we can find out how our Big Bang started, right? Okay, so we'll find out how our Big Bang started.